He grew up in the unforgiving streets of Detroit, a city of cold concrete, broken dreams, and relentless struggle. Every corner told a story of hardship, every alley echoed with voices of those who had been forgotten. As a child, he learned quickly that life would give nothing freely. School was difficult. He struggled to focus, constantly distracted by the harsh realities outside the classroom walls. Friends were rare, and those he had came and went, many caught in the cycle of poverty and violence. But from an early age, music became his sanctuary, a secret place where he could escape, dream, and express emotions too heavy to bear. By his early teens, he was already writing, scribbling lyrics into any notebook he could find. The words poured out in raw, unpolished streams of emotion, anger, pain, frustration, hope, all intertwined. His room was his studio, his trailer a recording booth, the dim light of a single lamp casting shadows that seemed to dance with his imagination. Every night he would sit hunched over, pen scratching, rewriting lines until they felt alive, until they carried the power he wanted them to. There was no room for mistakes, no comfort in failure, only the relentless drive to perfect his voice. He began stepping onto underground battle stages as a teenager, and the world was cruel. The crowd jeered at his appearance, his hoodie oversized, his jeans worn, his sneakers dirty from the streets. Opponents mocked his slight frame, the tired blue eyes, the thin lips that spoke with such intensity. The first battles ended in humiliation. He walked off stage frustrated, heart pounding, often questioning if his voice was ever meant to be heard. Yet every loss became a lesson, every insult fueled determination, every jeer added fire to the fire inside him. He studied every opponent, memorized every reaction, and learned to adapt, improving each night with a relentless focus. Life outside the stage was no easier. He worked small, low-paying jobs, delivery, warehouses, anything to put food on the table and keep a roof over his head. Every paycheck was precious, often spent on basic recording equipment, a microphone, blank cassettes, and anything that allowed him to capture his talent. Rejection was constant. Producers ignored his demos, studios turned him away, and doors that seemed open slammed shut without warning. Still, he persevered. Every setback was a lesson, every failure a step closer to mastery. Inside the trailer, he rehearsed endlessly. He recorded tracks over and over, analyzing his flow, adjusting his rhythm, and experimenting with delivery. Mirrors reflected his intensity, the sharp cheekbones, the slightly receding hairline, the thin lips moving with precision over every word. Nights blurred into mornings, sleep was brief, dreams were vivid, and the weight of ambition never allowed him rest. Each track was a reflection of his life, the struggles, the pain, the relentless hope for a breakthrough. Small victories began to appear. Recognition came from local enthusiasts, then from underground DJs, then from those who saw the potential in the raw emotion of his delivery. He stepped into professional studios for the first time, awed by the equipment, the lights, the microphones that captured every nuance of his voice. His talent, honed in the shadows, now had a stage. The sound engineers noticed his intensity, his ability to command attention through pure energy and emotion. Breakthroughs did not happen overnight. The first minor hits were followed by skepticism. Critics were harsh. Some accused him of arrogance, others of being too raw. Yet his voice only grew stronger. He poured himself into every verse, every rhyme, letting authenticity outweigh perfection. Fans who had once dismissed him began to follow, sharing his tracks, attending small concerts, and connecting with the story behind the music. His songs were no longer just lyrics, they were chronicles of survival, art forged in adversity. The real breakthrough came with his major album release. Suddenly, the world could not ignore him. His story, the lonely nights, the trailer, the battles, the lost jobs, the endless writing resonated across generations and continents. People saw not just a rapper, but a survivor, a storyteller, a voice of raw truth. The crowds grew, the energy intensified, and his performances became legendary. From local stages to national recognition, every night on stage became a testament to perseverance, courage, and unyielding determination. Even as fame arrived, he never lost the essence of who he was. The hoodie remained worn, jeans faded, sneakers scuffed, yet the intensity in his eyes burned brighter than ever. Behind the spotlight, he remembered every struggle, the trailer where hope was nurtured, the streets that tested him, the nights of doubt that shaped him. His music became a legacy, an inspiration to anyone who had ever been overlooked, ignored, or doubted. He continued to evolve as an artist. Each album told a story, each track a chapter of struggle and triumph. His voice, once trembling with uncertainty, now commanded stages and arenas. He influenced countless young musicians, proving that talent, passion, and resilience could overcome even the harshest beginnings. Interviews revealed not arrogance, but reflection, a young man shaped by hardship, determined to use his story to inspire and motivate. And so he stood under the bright lights, facing thousands of fans, feeling the energy of a crowd that once would have ignored him. He thought back to the trailer, the empty notebooks, the laughter of crowds that once jeered at him. Every battle lost, every night of struggle, every moment of self-doubt had led to this. He was no longer just a young man from Detroit, he was a symbol of perseverance, proof that the human spirit could rise above any obstacle. The journey from the streets, the trailer, and the underground stages to global fame was a testament to unbreakable determination. His lyrics were more than words, they were history, struggle, victory, and the power of one voice to change a life. And as he looked out over the cheering crowd, he knew that every challenge, every battle, every sleepless night had been worth it. The music, the fame, the recognition, they were the echoes of a journey that began in hardship and ended in triumph. This story, more than music, is about life itself. It is a reminder that no matter how difficult the path, relentless focus, dedication, and courage can transform dreams into reality. From losing battles in dimly lit rooms to commanding stages that stretched for miles, his rise was not just about talent, it was the refusal to give up, the power of resilience, and the triumph of the human spirit over adversity. And in every verse, every rhyme, every beat, he carries the story of a young man who refused to surrender and ultimately changed the world with his